You're a superhero who specializes exclusively in stopping disasters. The other heroes just don't understand why you need to remain neutral to the villains. I was in the middle of a very important job. It took all of my focus, requiring utmost control. A single mistake would ruin it, something I refused to let happen. Hey! The shout made me jump. I cursed as the piping bag exploded from my sudden clenching. Green icing splattered across the biscuits I was trying to make, ruining the careful pattern on top. I turned towards the door, dripping like some sort of slime monster, to see one of the newer members of our team there. He wore the spandex suit we all were given, as a sort of uniform. Those his was gold to my gray, with a looping G on its front. He looked agitated, striding towards me. We have a team up of 3 Class 1 threats. Why are you still faffing around, Storm? I set down the punctured bag, wiping some of the icing back into my bowl. With most of it replaced, I turned around to face him once more, shaking my head. Listen, Golem. I don't get called for dealing with people, that's what you are here for. He grabbed the front of my suit, glaring. We're who the people look up to. I don't care what you say, I was told to get everyone, and last I checked, that includes you. I grasped his wrist, looking at home with frustration and a little fear. He wasn't the first to fail to understand my position, and he certainly wouldn't be the last. Put me down, please, before you make a mistake. He snarled, giving me a shake. Like what? Get your butt moving. The air started to spin, a vortex rapidly forming around me. Wind ripped at his suit, picking up my baking implements and bringing them along. I tried to hold it back, but as always I couldn't. This power of mine was far too much to control. He looked scared at the sudden change in the room. I had to shout, as I felt my abilities starting to spiral. Let go of me. Now. Thankfully he did. I staggered back, struggling to calm down. Feeling in my pockets, I found my phone, unlocking it immediately. A few taps later, and the sound of violins filled the air. I focused on the notes, and how it sounded. The way the instrument spoke, it was soothing to me. And to the beast of my strength. Another set of footsteps burst in, as a familiar voice sounded over the quieting wind. Storm? Golem? What happened? Golem must have turned away, his voice shaking. I was just grabbing Storm, Inferno. My old friend was fast, her hand suddenly resting on my shoulder. It's okay, old girl. Take your time. Golem. I appreciate you are new here, but you need to understand that not everyone is combat capable. Storm is certainly stronger than almost anyone, but that doesn't mean you should rely on her. I opened my eyes, focusing on the cowering golden boy. I don't do violence. Please. Go. He opened his mouth to say something, before Inferno gave a sharp bark. Go. We'll talk about it later. I just focused on breathing as he left. I felt her warm hand on my shoulder, as her voice turned gentle. Are you okay? Do you need me to stay? I shook my head. No, you need to go to your job. I'll be fine. I just need some space. I knew she was smiling, even as she stood. Okay. I'll ask if Control can find a nice tornado or something for you to deal with whilst we're out. She left the room, and I sighed. I hated when this happened. My power wanted to protect me, but it was too strong. Now it would be unsettled, until I used it.